And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Paul Bean.
All right, with all that rain and thunderstorms we saw throughout the last couple of days, those flood warnings are not going away. For the Salmon River, rising to around 8.5 in the next 2 days. It's about a foot above the flood stage. Now, the Big Lost River currently at 4.3, same as that flood stage, which is 4.3. We do have one in the Snake River, as well as down in the Bear River with 7.4, which is just below that flood stage. However, the warning is more for it about to be rising with all this rain that we saw. So the Bear River could see some river rise as we move forward. Storm Tracker not seeing a lot in the way of rain right now, but that low pressure system is still moving around and expect a lot of that moisture to whip back around into our direction. So let's zoom out real quick so you can see what we're getting a look at. Here's this low pressure system in Montana right here. Now, as that drags across, you can see that rotationary pattern. That's going to pull some of that rain back down into Idaho. Just a scattered pattern here and there, but enough for it to be scattered rain throughout the night. And then as we move into tomorrow, that's when it clears out. But for right now, those temperatures, still seeing those low 50s, 51 in Pocatello, 56 in Blackfoot, and even seeing those 40s and 30s, 39 in Yellowstone, 47 in Driggs. As we go to those low temperatures for tonight, it's getting down there. We're seeing a lot of those low 40s and even some of those low 30s. So 42 in Pocatello, 42 in Malad City. And as you move to that Wyoming border, 37, 36. 31 in Yellowstone and over in the Central Mountains as well, 29 in Stanley and 36 in Challis. So just framing over that 32 degrees, that freezing point. And then when we get to tomorrow, it gets back into those summer-like temperatures. We're not as high as those 90s we saw a couple days ago, but we're still seeing those mid-70s, 73 in Pocatello, 72 in Blackfoot. Wyoming border a little cooler, though, there with the lower 60s, 62 in Island Park, 63 in Driggs, and 64 in Jackson. And that future tracker, like I said, we're clearing out, but clouds still in the region. As that last bit of storms moves out with the rest of the low pressure system, we do see those clouds start to drag back in the late nighttime. But luckily enough, not enough for that to drop the temperature back down. Those 7-day forecasts, though, seeing a little bit of rain in the weekend, but for mostly those weekdays, you're seeing that nice warm up. Cools down a bit when that rain kicks in, but then those mid-80s Monday and Tuesday. Idaho Falls, very similar pattern. Wednesday through Friday, very clear. Saturday, that rain moves back in, 74 degrees, so it's a little bit cooler. Then we hit those 80s on Sunday, 81 through 89. Now, as we move to Rexburg, it's a little bit windy, but for the most part, the rain stuck to Friday and Saturday. Cools those temperatures down to the low 70s, but then it pops back up in the back half of that weekend to those low 80s for Monday and Tuesday. Teton area, once again, seeing that rain. Friday, chance of rain. Saturday, a little bit of rain, cools it down just to around 67. Then it pops back up to 74 for Sunday. Low 80s for the start of your next week. And then the Central Mountains, rain Friday, Saturday, cools it down, and then warms back up for Sunday through Monday and Tuesday. And I know we're looking forward to those warmer temperatures.
And drier weather, because a few of us are a little waterlogged right now. Stepped outside and it was just like squish, squish, squish everywhere you went. And I know, thankfully it'll be drying out a little bit for those wanting to get out and attack that hay and get that off the ground. So, all right, that's good news for us. Thanks,
Definitely.
Paul. Well, sitting in the same